हॉल 1 की बारात। लास्ट टू लास्ट ईयर आई थिंक टाइम्स ऑफ इंडिया ने भी पोस्ट किया था। कानपुर के लोकल न्यूज़पेपर में तो आ ही जाता है।
Hello everyone, welcome to our channel No One Told Me. I am Ayush, your host, and today we have a very special guest, Aniket, with us. He is from IIT Kanpur. So before starting, just wanted to give a brief overview of what we are doing here. I recently started this channel to fix the information asymmetry and the knowledge gap in the Indian education and overall career space. India में every year लाखों करोड़ों students make certain career choices, which courses to take, what to do. And I feel वो बस भेड़ चाल से या थोड़ा बहुत what they know, get to know from friends and family. They make the choices, and once they choose it, they later on figure out what else to do. Similarly, IIT counseling has started recently, and it happens like every year, and Aniket would agree with this, that people choose IIT branches based on previous year opening and closing ranks, and then once they get into IIT, they figure out what exactly to do. So this initiative focuses on giving more information so that at least there are some students based on interest and realities can make better choices in their life. So welcome Aniket, and before starting, let's have a very quick round of introduction. I am Ayush. I have been a management consultant for last 8 years and have been with Bain and Company recently. Before that, I have studied in IIM Lucknow and have completed my MBA in 2021. And overall, I have seen people making various decisions in last 8 years, and hence I feel I can value add a lot in this space. So excited to be here. And now, Aniket, you can introduce yourself.
Hi Ayush, I am Aniket. I have just done my BTech in Aerospace Engineering from IIT Kanpur. Actually just finished it 2 weeks back. Apart from that, I am a sports enthusiast. I play a lot of badminton. I'm a big football fan. I completely agree with you. मैंने भी अपना कॉलेज की ब्रांच ओपनिंग क्लोजिंग रैंक देख के ही डिसाइड की थी. देयर एग्जिस्ट इन्फॉर्मेशन गैप अभी भी है काफ़ी बड़ा, तो kudos to you कि आप इसे फिल कर रहे हो.
Just it's an attempt in that aspect. Hopefully, we succeed. Thank you. Thanks a lot for joining and giving us time for the future aspirants. So, I think let's start. Since you are from aerospace, let's start with what exactly aerospace is. What do people study? किस टाइप की जॉब्स होती हैं, क्या काम करते हैं, सो दैट पीपल गेट टू नो कि हम करेंगे क्या इसमें फ्यूचर में या कोर्स में, दोनों में.
Aerospace. Interesting. First time I have to explain what is aerospace, but I will let it try. Aerospace for me has been majorly physics. Here we are basically working with how does the physics change when maybe an airplane is in the air, is about to take off? How does the surrounding air vary? What happens when it goes from subsonic to supersonic? AI is there, so CFD, computational fluid dynamics, it's a very big part of aerospace. So tech is there in aerospace too. Fun myth that aerospace के अंदर we learn how to make planes, or sometimes someone has even said that how to fly planes. No, we are not taught how to fly planes. But if you come to aerospace, yes, you would get a free joyride if you join aerospace branch. Make planes, we do have labs about it. That is interesting, but the major part is still physics oriented, saying the stresses on the planes and so on.
Got it. So it's the physics behind designing planes, if I have to put it in short,
Yeah,
right?
we start from scratch, learning the basics about the fluids, dynamics. A lot of us do a lot of dynamics in 12th, but then again, a lot of us forget what you have done in 12th when you start doing it again in college. Yeah, we start with the basics in second year. First year is same for all of us. Then in the third, fourth year, we deep dive a little more into the applications of these physics.
Got it. So can you tell some of these like core courses so that people can know a bit more about what kind of physics are they are going to study?
Okay, first let's start with fluids. There's dynamics. Then if you move forward, there are structures, courses on structures, aerospace dynamics, propulsion courses. Then there's a course on the flight mechanics of aeroplanes and so on.
Got it. And if I have to say that people, like, if not in BTech course, but eventually through this knowledge people can get into through masters, or let's say about designing aeroplanes, rockets, helicopters, drones, all those kind of stuff. Is it a fair thing to say or assume if someone is interested?
Yeah, definitely. BTech, we are taught the basics. We still haven't gotten a grasp of a particular field, if you say, like अगर हेलीकॉप्टर के पूरी एग्जैक्ट फंक्शनैलिटी की बात आती है तो we are not taught the exact functionality of helicopters, but we are taught the basics that we can learn it forward. A good chunk of people also go for masters or do their masters in IIT Kanpur itself.
Got it. And there they can learn all this. If someone is a enthusiast who has ever thought of like designing something like this, so this might be a gateway course for that.
Yeah. If you are interested even in your BTech, here we get the flexibility to choose PG courses. So if someone is interested, they can opt a course on helicopter or drones and study it. Like,
Okay, got it. Yeah, makes sense. So this is like a preliminary kind of gateway or a step to that. Now, if I have to compare like some of the similar courses in terms of let's specifically the curriculum, what they do, I would say mechanical comes closest to this. So can you give in that context tell what mechanical is, and we have discussed about the aerospace.
I would say aerospace is a little subset of mechanical. In mechanical also it is heavily physics dependent. It also starts with courses of dynamics, fluids. Like the second year courses of aerospace and mechanical are quite similar. We even do a lot of courses together. But then as we move to the third and fourth years, aerospace tilts towards its applications in the aerospace field, towards aircrafts, UAVs, etc. Whereas mechanics, they study more in general version of robotics, machineries.
Got it. And if I have compare, I understand if someone is specifically interested into aerospace, they can choose this. Else, to keep it general, people can choose mechanical. And usually people choose mechanical over aerospace. But let's say if there is a trade-off, aerospace in a college like tier 1 top 5 IITs versus let's say a mechanical in a tier 2 or tier 1B colleges, new IITs and all, how would you see that trade-off?
Definitely aerospace in a tier 1 college. If you come here, you are not confined to aerospace. If you want, you can do projects under mechanical professors. The companies that come here for placements or that open up for these branches are same. So they are more or less similar. And when I was in 12th and most of my friends, we had no clue what we wanted to do. Coming here, it tells you a lot of things like actually what do you want to do, what do you want to learn, what do you want to study. So it has a very good exposure.
Got it. And in that case, there are other courses as well. Obviously, someone might choose a CS at a tier 2 college, but let's say if I keep the CS and top 1-2 branches apart, but other similar branches, mechanical or let's say chemical, civil and everything, you would still say that one should go for the tier 1 college because of the overall brand network and in general more opportunities which people get.
Yeah.
Right. Got it. Got it. Makes sense. Before getting into the details, I would have a very fun question. If someone has to swipe right or swipe left on aerospace specifically, then what are the top 2-3 reasons like one should choose or not choose aerospace?
Okay, let's start with why they should swipe right. We have a very big aerospace department here at IIT Kanpur. There's a proper airstrip with planes, helicopters in working condition which you experiment on. So if someone is genuinely interested in aerospace, they should definitely come here. There are experienced professors who are working on a lot of interesting projects. They would be really happy and have fun learning those things here. One reason for left, the curriculum is a little hard. As I said, if you don't like physics, aerospace is not for you. You have to study a little more in aerospace compared to some other branches with the same opportunities. So that is a little trade-off. There are also a good chunk of labs that we have to do to complete our courses here, and that take up a lot of time. So if you're having fun with the lab, that is good. But if you are not, तो थोड़ा सा burden पड़ जाता है.
Got it. Anything else in terms of swipe right, swipe left, why one should choose or not choose things?
I think these are majorly it. Like placement starts wise, aerospace definitely comes below the circuital branches, which are the computer science, electrical ones. But it is quite similar to the other branches. And one reason can be higher studies. If I see for higher studies, I would say swipe right to aerospace. Like the professors here are from some good universities and they have some good connections which they can connect you to if you plan to pursue higher studies in some other country.
Got it. Makes sense. So in terms of swipe right, if you really like it for higher studies and relatively good placements, swipe left. Specifically, the curriculum is little hard and little more tough, and hence the trade-off there. Yeah, this makes sense. And also, since you were mentioning about the physics, it's more higher version of what we have studied in class 11, 12, JE level physics, or it's something else.
I would give 2 points. One, yes, it is a little tougher. I would not say more tough than that, but a little different than that. The basics are still the same. If you put in the same amount of time that you were doing in JE, you would be all fine. But we as college students, we don't put that much amount of time in studying as we used to do for JE. So you have to be a little smart on how you are tackling this notes.
Got it. Now I think let's come to the very key thing about placements, one which excites students and parents the most. First, I would like to start with a big number. Let's say in IIT Kanpur, what's the average package like? Then for something like aerospace and then mechanical, what's the average package? And what is the percentage of people who go to core, non-core kind of roles?
Okay, I will give you the rough numbers. I think the overall average package for IIT Kanpur would be around 20 to 25. I think 25 would be a good number. For aerospace and mechanical individually, I think aerospace was around 18.5 LPA and mechanical was a little higher to 21. These are all rough numbers, but I think they are close enough. And for the higher studies, don't know much about the mechanical part. I think
So before coming to the higher studies, let's discuss the core companies which comes, and first let's consider all the top companies which opens for aerospace mechanical kind of courses, and second the core companies and what share of the batch goes into the core companies.
I want me to start with the top companies that come for aerospace in particular.
Yeah, aerospace and mechanical, because I think for overall IITs there would be anyway IIT Kanpur placement report which will give those.
So if I talk about the core companies that come for aerospace, I think Boeing came this time around. They offered 7 to 8 different roles. There was LAT Aerospace, then Nab Drishti also came. There were 10 to 12 companies, core companies, not a lot that came for recruit. But a disclaimer here, these core companies that come for recruitment during the placement season, they tend to tilt towards the MTech or PG students.
Okay.
So, not a lot of BTech students just after their undergraduation are able to go to these core companies. Now that makes sense too. Like we are not specialized in anything yet, so we look for that specialization.
Got it. And in India anyway you have lesser opportunities, and
Yeah.
hence people who are in MTech has higher specialization, so people go for that. What is your batch size in aerospace, and how many student or what percentage got into the core companies?
We were a batch of 72, and I think 5 to 6 people converted to dual. Dual is basically after BTech you are doing MTech from IIT Kanpur itself. And again, similar, 4 to 5 people went abroad for higher study.
Got it. And these are just fresh out of college. Obviously there would be people who go for higher studies after 1 to 2 years.
Sure. These people have converted to dual also. I think a lot of them are planning to go to higher studies after they complete their MTech.
Got it. And roughly we can say 5 to 10 students might have gone to these core roles as well in companies.
Yeah.
Right. So like 20-25% or 30% max goes for like higher studies, MTech, and then these 4 jobs. Rest 70% go into the non-core roles. So what are like the top companies which opens up for aerospace? First we can cover IIT Kanpur, and then within that we can cover what opens up for aerospace and in mechanical, let's say.
If I say the top companies that come here in IIT Kanpur, of course, they would start with the quant ones. There's Quadeye, World Quant, Graviton, Jane Street, lots of them. Then there are the big tech companies, Google, Uber, Samsung, Microsoft, Zomato, a lot of them come. But for aerospace and mechanical, if I have to say, these quant companies and the big tech ones, they don't usually open up for the non-circuital branches, like except CSC, the computer science, electrical, mathematics, and stats and data science.
Got
So
it.
But then we again have the consulting firms, the MBBs. They open up for every branch.
So just for clarity of our viewers, MBB is McKinsey Bain BCG, an acronym used for that.
Yeah. So the consulting firms, they open up for every branch. Apart from there, are a lot of analytic companies, tech companies, a lot
Bank.
of startup, even banks. Nomura. If I am not wrong, Goldman Sachs as well. Goldman Sachs open up for all the branches. Nomura does. JP Morgan does open up for all the branches. These banks do open up for us. Apart from big quant and some 6, 7 tech companies, all of them open.
Got it. Makes sense. Also, one thing I missed regarding the core placement, since we were covering mechanical as well, you mentioned about some companies which come for aerospace. Are there other incremental companies which come for, let's say, mechanical branches? As far as I know, there are some FMCG companies or let's say PSUs and stuff which is there.
So the FMCG like ITC, Nestle, if I'm not wrong, they do come. There's a catch here. They only open up for chemical, mechanical, and electrical. They don't open up for the other branches. So
Got it.
that is a plus point of having mechanical. There are also core mechanical companies, robotics companies that come, similar to the aerospace ones. And don't remember the name from the top of my head. I was interested in only aerospace.
Got it. And PSUs also come up.
Like Bajaj came, Indian Oils. Yeah, they were also there.
So I think from placement perspective, aerospace is well placed that way. Now I think we can cover more into the future scope, the future studies or future scope in terms of jobs itself. But I think job will be a function of what they are getting into right now and then any further degrees they do. So how will you say the future scope of aerospace is, both in terms of core and non-core? Let's discuss about the future studies, the masters, PhD.
That usually starts with we have to take initiative. That is one key point. But if we are able to do that, there are a lot of profs working on a variety of projects, particular to aerospace. If you see a lot of them working with the military too in the defense sector, then they have their own wind tunnels. Like they have the National Wind Tunnel Facility here. So if you want to experiment and try out what it would be like to do when you go for higher studies, you have a plenty of opportunity here. So students do take that up, and those who are interested have gone out. They have friends have gone to some John Hopkins, Penn State. 2 people have gone to Penn State, and some in Europe. The profs give you recommendations, and you get good colleges.
Got it. And these are mix of people both in core and some go to tech, CS and those kind of courses as well, right?
It is difficult to transition from BTech in aerospace to MS in, let's say, AI, because they want the basics to be cleared. So till the time you have done something really good in the AI field, they are a little hesitant to take you up.
Got it. Makes sense. And I think आजकल काफी डिस्कशन हो रही है कि AI का इम्पैक्ट क्या है नहीं है. So sure, for the other, the tech coding and for management consulting or banking kind of domain, people know. If I specifically discuss about the aerospace or mechanical space, how do you see AI impact either today or in future?
It has made a lot of things easier. CFD, it came into account long back. It's not particularly AI, but it made a lot of things easier. Right now, when you have to, like earlier, when they had to do some experiment, they had to get the numbers manually. Now all the softwares are linked. Even the heavy machinery are linked to softwares now.
Got
So you directly get the data, whatever the data is from them. It has made our lives easier.
Has there been any impact in the nature or the quantity of jobs?
I don't think so. Like it has made the student life easy, that's for sure. But I don't think there has been an impact on the jobs. Even the recruiters who come, they know कि AI कितना चल रहा है. So they ask questions to check the knowledge of the student, and more or less it has remained the same.
Got it. So I think next I would like to cover overall how is the curriculum and all, like you mentioned that it is little tough and hard. So can you throw some light on how tough it is, how the life is chill or not chill? So yeah.
Okay, so it is curriculum wise. If I do a relative between all the branches in IIT Kanpur, aerospace and mechanical don't usually fall in the chill department. The courses are a little hard. The grading is also a little hard. Not to the profs, but since the courses are hard, the average that a student scores out of 100 drops down. So the average grade also drops down a little. The labs take up a lot of it, I guess.
So overall, it's not a chill course. It takes some
Yeah,
bit of
if you are
effort.
interested in aerospace or physics or mechanical, good, you would find it fun. But if not, थोड़ा सा hectic होता है.
And also, I think you need some bit of knack to do things, like if you want to excel into it, on the ground, because it's about machines and aerospace. It's not like computer science where you can just be in a room or in a, let's say in future in AC offices, just crunching code.
Yeah, majorly 80-90% times that is true. But there are some specialization in aerospace where you can also work from the AC.
Cool. So I think we have covered a lot. If there is any particular thing people say, like the top myths about the aerospace or mechanical engineering, and student after coming to IIT realize that that's not true, what would that one or two things be?
When I came and my friends from the same branch came, we thought we would be studying a little more on specific drones, helicopters, and a lot more practical application. But we don't do that here in BTech. The reason is we don't have the basics clear. There's no point in studying them if you don't have your basics clear. But yeah, that is one thing I was excited about. But with nahi hua. That usually starts in end of third year or fourth year. Otherwise, you have to take them as open electives. Rest, I think everything is cleared up by the name. Yeah, it is aerospace.
Got it. I think we have discussed काफी भारी भरकम technical discussion कर ली. थोड़ा सा tell us about the student life and fun stuff at IIT Kanpur.
Fun stuff. Okay, I have had the best 4 years of my life here.
And now I can get a sense that Aniket was a lot serious till now. अब असली Aniket बाहर आएगा. And Aniket will tell the best parts about IIT Kanpur.
If I can use the word actually full charge there are lots to do. When you come in first year, you start with your orientation. You have that Zumba sessions, showcases by the dance club, music club, etc. All the performing arts clubs. You name a club, you name a council you want in cultural activity, science and technology, sports team, you would find it here. You have inter-hall competitions, like they get heated up real quick. In all the things, like even if you are not a sports person, you have them programming inter-hall competition if you want. Finance, consulting, what else is there? Neurosciences. Now these even inter-hall competitions take place in this. Then coming out of S&T, like you want to do drams, you want to be an anchor, you want to cook. There are competitions for that. We have 3 fests in a year. Antaragni, Udghosh, these are one of the biggest fests. Tekriti, what else? There's an interesting tradition that happens every year. Hall 1 ki Barat. So, you find this
Sounds
one.
interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
What
so
is it?
Half of the fourth year students, they live in Hall 1. And after they have done their degree, like when we gave our last in-sem exams, 2-3 days after that, we arrange it. So this is basically, as it sounds, एक शादी. एक लड़का होता है जो कि दूल्हा बनता है, एक लड़का ही होता है जो कि दुल्हन बनती है. फिर हम लड़के वाले बनते हैं, लड़की वाले बनते हैं, उनकी मेहंदी होती है, बारात निकलती है. फिर बीच में जब फेरे ले रहे होते हैं, 2 आशिक आते हैं बाइक्स पे, फुल बस मजे करने के लिए कुछ भी कर रहे होते हैं हम उस टाइम पे.
बकचोदी का एक अलग ही level and form है. And I think this is, you were mentioning earlier, that covered in newspapers and in media as well.
I recently saw one reel. I was scrolling through my Insta and ABP News ने cover कर रखा, उस पे reel निकाली हुई थी. Last to last year, I think Times of India ने भी post किया था. कानपुर के local newspaper में तो आ ही जाता है. But it is fun. We also have a very interesting culture. अगर आपको पता हो, एक बापू culture होता है.
Okay. What's that?
So फर्स्ट ईयर के अंदर जब बच्चे आते हैं तो a set of 5 first year students are allotted a student guide. He's like a mentor to them. He helps them get settled in college, help with the registration process. या कोई भी if they have some doubts, they want to know कि क्या करें आगे, how to proceed. तो he's like a mentor to them. उसको बापू कहते हैं. बापू for boys, अम्मा for girls. Yeah.
Okay.
तो बेसिकली एक 5 बच्चे हैं, उनका एक बापू है. तो अब जो वो बच्चा है उसका भी एक बापू रहा होगा.
तो दादाजी बोलते हैं.
तो उसको दादाजी बोलते हैं. तो ऐसे पूरा बापू दादा परदादा पूरी फैमिली लीनियर चलती. चाचा भाई, मतलब 5 set of students who are under the same student guide, they are called भाईस. तो
Okay.
ऐसे पूरा खानदानी माहौल हो जाता है. एंड इंटरेस्टिंगली वी हैव अ फैमिली ट्री के नाम से पेज वेयर ऑल द इंफॉर्मेशन अबाउट हु ऑल, कौन किसका बापू था, वो पूरा स्टोर्ड है. सो इफ आई हैव टू लुक कि जनरेशनल वाइज 2000 में मेरी जनरेशन में कौन आता था, आई कैन व्यू दैट अप.
Oh, interesting. And उसका कोई implication है, like you reach out to people from 2000, let's say batch, if they are from same lineage or whatever referring, or it's just like for fun?
नॉट फॉर द 2000 बैच, बट अगर 4-5 साल पहले का कोई सीनियर है जो थोड़े टाइम पहले ही पास आउट हुए हैं, तो इतना पता होता है कि 3-4 साल पहले आपके लीनियज में कौन था. तो दैट्स अ वेरी गुड आइस ब्रेकर. जब भी हम ये सीनियर से मिलते हैं, फॉर एग्जाम्पल आई एम इन फर्स्ट, आई मीट अ थर्ड ईयर पर्सन, तो ये आस्क कि तुम्हारा दादा कौन है. इफ द पर्सन नोज हिम, तो इट्स अ वेरी गुड आइस ब्रेकर कि ठीक है वो है, तुम्हारी मदद कर देते हैं. तो
Oh, so there is a sense of belonging also from
Yeah.
there. I know in IITs there is a hall culture, but I think in Kanpur, apart from hall, there is this Papu culture as well.
yes, yes.
Okay. Oh, that sounds quite interesting, and I think Kanpur में काफी fun होता है. You will not know each and everything about other IITs, but how would you place both in terms of fun and academic rigor wise IIT Kanpur in comparison to others?
ओके, तो फन से के अकॉर्डिंग प्लेस करूँ तो इट इज एट द टॉप, कोई डाउट नहीं है.
Is it like
ये
like
तो मैं
every
majority के साथ
person
है.
from their own IITs will claim the same thing? Or
वो लोग
okay,
जो
and
claim
okay,
करते हैं,
let's flip the question. What makes you think that IIT Kanpur is the best?
I think the culture, like we don't have a lot to do outside the campus, so it's a very
Close
good
knit family
campus.
type culture.
Yeah. So whatever the traditions are being followed from long back, they are still being followed.
Got it.
So it's a big fun. Academic rigor wise, if I compare the top 5 IITs, I think Kanpur and Madras are on a little
Got
top
it. Makes sense. So now अब मैं last portion of our podcast आऊँगा. And सबको ये होता है common चीज
Yeah.
कि यार हमने अपने टाइम पे फिर से अगर मौका मिले प्रेफरेंस फिल करने का तो हम ये कर देते, हमें ये पता होता तो हम वो करते. And I think most of people go through that. This is exactly what it is. Things I would have done if I have to fill my preferences again. So सबसे पहले before getting into actual preferences, what are the key considerations a student should have while choosing a course? Yeah, please tell about that.
One is definitely placement. Most of us join IITs to get a good job, good placement. One would surely be that. Then the second one can be the curriculum or the student life that branch particularly offers, like how tough is the course, how easy it is to score marks or get by. Apart from them, I think we can make a third for the core jobs and higher studies.
Got it. This is for choice of branches. Then I think there are other aspects around the choice of college, which is based on the brand, relative ranking, and because that maybe not much within the top 5 IITs, but otherwise impact the kind of alumni network you have and the kind of opportunities open. Right.
Since these are very old, like I think we came around 1960s, 59, I don't know. So there are a lot of alums, and when you talk to an alum and they hear that you are from IIT Kanpur, it gives them a sense of belonging too, and they are ready to help. So the alum network helps a lot, even for jobs. Like you approach them and ask you, I am from IIT Kanpur, I have done this. If I can get a job interview, yeah, if I want to apply for this job, like they are ready to help.
सही है. Anyway, बापू culture तो है ही. So nice यार. So last thing, the fun thing we will do कि अगर आज तुम्हें फिर से एटलीस्ट विद इन IIT कानपुर, वी वोंट टेक ऑल द कोर्सेज, बट विद इन IIT कानपुर अगर फिर से रैंक ऑर्डर करना हो कोर्सेज को बेस्ड ऑन ऑल द इंफॉर्मेशन नाउ यू हैव आफ्टर 4 years, सो हाउ विल यू डू दैट? एंड इसमें एक तो ओवरऑल करेंगे, बट उससे पहले वी विल डू इट अक्रॉस सम ऑफ द सब कंपोनेंट्स सो दैट बेस्ड ऑन किस बच्चे को क्या ज़्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है, they can consider that rank and make their own choices. So first I would say is placements, both overall and core. And before, for viewers knowledge, we can list down the courses which IIT Kanpur has, which is I think computer science, electrical, mathematics, then stats and data sciences, mechanical engineering, BS economics, aerospace, chemical, BS physics, civil engineering, material sciences. There is I think biological sciences and biological engineering, earth sciences, and BS chemistry. So in this you were mentioning also about some myths around the maths part, if you want to clarify to our viewers.
The rest of the IITs, most of the IITs offer mathematics and scientific computing. It involves a lot of computing part, but here in IIT Kanpur, it is just BS mathematics, like hardcore mathematics. So a lot of students, they join IIT Kanpur in this branch thinking कि यहाँ पे भी mathematics and scientific computing होगा, but relating it more to IIT Delhi, but ऐसा नहीं है, पूरा mathematics है, and if you're not interested in mathematics, it is quite tough. तो वो कभी कभार कुछ बच्चे फंस जाते हैं.
ठीक है. Now I think let's get on to the actual rank ordering. First let's do as per placement. And just to give context, we have to, obviously it is not easy to rank all the let's say 15-20 branches. So we have made 4 quartiles. Quartile 1, which is top 25, and so on. Accordingly, there are 4 quartiles. These are brackets in which we will try to place these branches just to give a directional sense. And within that, if there are nuances, we can discuss. So let's start with placements. So how will you rank these branches?
Okay. I think in quartile 1, the tier 1, there would definitely be the Circuital branches. Circuital are 4 branches basically: computer science, electrical, mathematics, and stats and data science. Like I said this before, a lot of quant companies and big tech companies, they only open up for the Circuital branches. So these are definitely placed 1. And after that, I would say I would place mechanical, chemical, space, and civil, real science, and biotech. We call it BUSBE here. So all these together, like after the Circuital, there is not much difference between what companies are opening for you, what aren't. So
Got it. So these all are tier 2, right?
yeah, all tier 2: mechanical, aerospace, chemical, civil, BUSBE, material science. I am not forgetting something.
Got it. And what about tier 3 and 4?
Tier 3, I would place economics. I think only economics.
Okay.
Reason being, it is a BS branch, Bachelor in Science, and a lot of companies that come for placement or internships, they have, I don't know, a stigma or something that BS is not engineering. That isn't followed anywhere in IIT Kanpur or its curriculum, but उन्हें लगता है, so sometimes they don't open up for these BS branches.
Got it.
तो बस उसीलिए इको को नीचे गया है, वरना इको is economics one of the chillest branch here in IIT Kanpur. Like,
Got
no
it.
labs. Enjoy.
We'll come to that.
Yeah.
And what about tier 4?
I think we'll have BS Physics, Earth Science, and BS Chemistry.
Again, the BS courses.
Yeah, like one advantage the mechanical and chemical have, like we talked about, a lot of FMCG companies open up for them.
So within the tier 2, relatively you are saying these 2 are better off compared to others, right? Yeah, placement wise. And similarly in tier 1, out of the 4 branches, is there any differences?
MTH and SDS are hard. Core mathematics is
But in
hard.
terms of placements, there are no differences.
Yeah, again, so MTH and SDS are also BS branches. So समटाइम्स अगेन कंपनी हैव दैट परसेप्शन, अगर उन्हें पहले से नहीं पता होता है. कुछ कंपनीज होती हैं जो हर साल आती हैं, दे नो व्हाट द सिस्टम इज लाइक, सो दे ओपन अप फॉर ऑल द सर्किट ब्रांचेस. बट कभी कभार कुछ कंपनीज आती हैं जिन्हें पता नहीं होता है, सो दे ओनली ओपन अप फॉर कंप्यूटर साइंस एंड इलेक्ट्रिकल.
Got it.
And even in quant they prefer CSE a little bit. One reason is profs in CSE they are a little towards the lenient side of grading, so CSE electrical में compare करूँ तो it gets a little easier to score higher grades in CSE than electrical. तो वहाँ पे the quant companies like CPI.
Got it. डिग्री विग्री मिल गया ना निकेत?
Yes, yes. Was tense for some time but अब मिल गई है.
सही है. Next is around the future scope, which is primarily like further studies and also let's say jobs and all. How would you rate jobs not just out of IIT but in general the career trajectories which are there? So how would you rate these branches?
Again, the circuitry would be your quartile one. There are people who have gone to MIT, Stanford, all the big names for higher studies, and the core job companies also come here. Not for MTH and SDS, like there are no core mathematics companies that come that I have heard of. But electrical के लिए तो आती हैं. Texas Instruments is one that I remember. Nvidia आती है. CSE तो is software, तो उसकी तो काफी companies आती हैं. So I think these four would make quartile one. Quartile two, I would put mechanical, aerospace, chemical, not civil. I haven't heard of a lot of people who have gone for higher studies in civil. Some core companies do also come in civil. Some cement companies या फिर construction companies they do come. But higher studies का मुझे इतना idea नहीं है. I haven't seen a lot of people. फिर material science भी tier 2. Busbay, the biotech is also tier 2. Tier 3 में then I would put eco and civil. Haven't seen a lot of people who go for higher studies in civil and eco. मतलब they usually prefer I think MBA rather than going for higher studies in eco. Then tier 4 would be the rest, if I'm not wrong. BS physics I would put in quartile 2. Reason being there are a lot of physics colleges with good physics programs, and even here most of the students in BS physics are focused on higher studies. So the core jobs aren't there much, but higher studies के लिए काफी अच्छा है. And then BS chemistry and earth sciences in quartile 4.
This sounds quite like comprehensive. Next, I think we can cover about the student life and also we can cover the curriculum part based on the interesting subjects and the rigor in the subject that we can club within the student life. So how would you rank the branches in this?
I think I would rank them on a little on my personal bias. What I think was good, what I think wasn't. Starting with the chillest ones. Quartile 1, computer science would be there, then economics would be there, and I think earth science. I think these are little chill compared to the others.
Got it.
where quartile 2 में I would put electrical there. Chemical भी quartile 2, Busbay definitely quartile 2, material science definitely quartile 2. Yeah. These would be quartile 2. They are chill compared to others but not as chill as eco.
Got
My
it.
roommate was from eco, that's why I keep thinking of eco.
That's why you are jealous of like eco folk.
Yeah, he has slept a lot while I am gone to classes. आगे quartile 3 में mechanical, civil definitely they have a lot of little difficult courses and good chunk of labs. फिर BS chemistry होगी and aerospace भी होगा, but वही personal bias, so उसको थोड़ा 2.5 भी कर सकते हैं. ठीक है, but yeah, these would be tier 3. Then quartile 4 MTH SDS core mathematics, that is tough. हमें फर्स्ट ईयर में पढ़ाते हैं हमारा like we have the first course that we do in our first year is MTH 101, and उसमें सबके जो नंबर आते हैं उसके बाद मतलब that is to normalize you कि अब तुम कॉलेज आ गए हो, अब एक्सपेक्ट मत करो 100% मार्क्स देंगे.
Got it. And ये तो फर्स्ट ईयर का कोर्स है, उनका सोचो जो 4 साल तक
Yes.
इसको पढ़ते हैं.
Yes. You have to be interested in it to be good. ठीक है, तो MTH SDS हो जाएगा. I think BS Physics 2, मतलब BS courses, mathematics, physics, they are tough. I think these are all.
गॉट इट। तो अब एक बार ओवरऑल इसको रैंक कर देते हैं। ओवरऑल रैंक ऑब्वियसली डिपेंड्स अपॉन आप किस चीज को ज्यादा वेटेज देते हो, एंड ऑल ऑफ इट द रैंकिंग इज पर्सनल ओपिनियन एंड बेस्ड ऑन पर्सनल इन्फॉर्मेशन। एवरीवन शुड रिसर्च अ बिट मोर, बट स्टिल इट गिव्स अ डायरेक्शनल सेंस। तो अगर मेरे को ओवरऑल रैंक करना है, और इसको हम ब्रॉडली दो चीज़ों में देखते हैं कि बढ़िया प्लेसमेंट या फ्यूचर किस में अच्छा है, एंड ऑल्सो मज़े किस में ज़्यादा होते हैं। अ मिक्स ऑफ दैट, समथिंग विच गिव्स बोथ कैन बी tier 1, समथिंग विच डजंट गिव बोथ इज tier 4, एंड रेस्ट इज इन बिटवीन।
Maybe I will give a little more importance to the placements क्योंकि ज़्यादातर लोग उसी को सोच के आते हैं। तो if I had to look for placements a little more, तो फिर obviously CSE, electrical, MTH, SDS, they are tier 1. You can put MTH and SDS as tier 1.5 if you want. Maybe a little hard they are.
Let's have them in tier 2-ish only in that case.
Okay. Then you have in tier 2 maybe economics, chemical would be there, material science, bus bay would be there. Yeah.
Got
These
it.
would be tier 2. Then again I would just put in aerospace at tier 2.5. My branch can't be tier 3. Okay. Then tier 3 mechanical and civil. Yes. Tier 3 would
Got
be
it.
mechanical civil and then the rest tier 4.
Clearly the bias is visible, putting aerospace at 2.5 and mechanical at 3. And what about tier 4? Now coming to the tier 4.
Yeah, rest I think physics, chemistry and earth science.
Got it. Makes sense. So I think this is super helpful, and thanks for sharing all this insights. Before parting ways, if you have any parting thoughts for the upcoming students or aspirants, you can have a few lines for them.
One piece of advice, if we are not getting the circular branches, don't just look at the opening closing lines. Maybe look where you are interested in and then choose that branch. Placement opportunities almost सब में same ही है. And even if you are not getting a circuital branch, there are lots of good opportunities here at IIT Kanpur or even the other IITs. यहाँ आके पता चलता है कि actually क्या क्या है जिसमें मैं आगे बढ़ सकता हूँ. और the next, I think the most important one, थोड़ा मजे करना. मतलब पढ़ाई वढ़ाई हो गई है, अब तो मजे करने का टाइम था. कॉलेज में सबसे ज़्यादा मजे आएंगे 4 साल.
But some disclaimers, like I know you, so you have good grades as well. Seniors do say कि मजे करना, but that doesn't mean leaving the grades part. I don't know what's your view on that, because placements would be driven by that.
I would say the hardest part of college was balancing ये मजे with academics. Eventually you learn how to study, when to study. It's your choice. Either you study a little bit every day or you grill at the end. Like the end goal is you get marks. So you have to learn to balance between your extracurriculars and your academics.
Got it.
Extracurriculars are important, but we have a saying that we get during orientation. Academics is your 1 and all your extracurriculars are zeros. So the zeros would only be valuable if they come after 1, not before 1. So start with academics and keep on putting the zeros.
I think that's a good perspective and a frame of reference. And for the first part which you mentioned, after the circuital branches, don't look at the opening and closing rank. That's a very nice, powerful thing, or a clear-cut message you have given to everyone. Because then the playing field is similar. So if I have to put a trade-off which people kind of face, I don't know about you, कि यार let's say हमें circuital branches नहीं मिल रही हैं in top 5, 6 or even let's extend to 7 IITs, and then there are new IITs or NITs or other colleges. I would still keep bits between them. So should they go for circuital branches in tier 1 colleges or tier 1B colleges, IITs, NITs, or you would say take up the other courses at top 5 or 7 IITs, which gives you more opportunities, brand, better alumni network, and an overall exposure?
This was the choice I had to make, and I chose IIT Kanpur Aerospace, and I think I would do it again. I'm very happy with where I am. When you come to IIT, you get a lot of exposure. Like, कभी-कभार लगता है अभी सुनने में कि when I was in 12th, I had a relative, he also told me कि मुझे भी समझ नहीं आता what is exposure, क्या मतलब है इसका. But जितना growth होता है by being part of a lot of things, and even the companies know that, so they don't limit themselves thinking that you are from aerospace, you won't be good for a finance job, or you won't be good for a tech job. Come, explore, do what you like, and companies will come for you. I would definitely go again for aerospace or a non-circuital branch in top 5 or 7 IIT.
Got it. And eventually, even if let's say some of the things which opens to circuitous branches doesn't open to others, if someone is really good and interested, I think based on the brand and the network, they can eventually make their way into that.
Yeah, maybe you won't get directly after college, but you can switch it up after 2 years.
Cool. I think this was really, really helpful. Hopefully, our viewers, future aspirants also think that way. And thank you all for tuning into this. Share it with your friends, families, and whoever who need it, and tell us in comments what you want to know about more. We have a YouTube channel and Instagram page. Please follow them. Support this cause if you believe that it is helping you and will help others in bridging the various information asymmetries. Thank you guys for joining in, and have a nice day.